Toba me para chungyur chin. Toba me para chungyur. Omo soba omo benza amrita kundrali hana hana be omo soba wa shuddha sarva dharma soba wa shuddha han dunge wandora tomba ni to gyur tombe ngale pema da dawe denge tendo drum karpo le vedu shuva le jungwe chanchu chenbo chudendo gyurba Rinpoche tri yangshinga chewe tendo pare tushigo sheba te tendo pomden te tendo chud te tendo pumba karpo yangshinga chewe godan cheba te tendo tre te tendo dorimba chuk te tendo charge todan cheba nyavarze bara chebe bumbe pumbe nan pema dan dawe tendo brum karpo le chungwe chumdende namnang karpo chichichani chanchu choki chagya zeb Rinpoche gen nazoki genpa tarla tarle töyo da miyo chen shabdoje ki drungi shubha te tu kara pema dan dawe kingur ki tento o mamye yonsu gyurpa le mami serdo chen tele wese tru tenye che tsurdu yonsu gyurpa le Paudungi Drampe Sergi Trishe Sergi Shingde Tendo Pema Danda Wedel Tenye Chumdende Veserche Kudo Tsu Kudo Sertsu Me Doje Shichichanyi Ye Choche Yuen Yang Me Beshin Tugarze Shab Ye Chungse Kamshi Yonko Yon Chungse Yon Kunshi Yon Chuse Kamba Rinpoche Gen Nazoki Gem Tara Karbe Toyoda Meyo Nab Meyo Nab Teachur Karbo Timber Marbo Tukar Hong Ombo Tukara Pe Madan Dave Tento Mamye Serdo Chen Televisato Combadan Drave Yeshe Pachen Malu Simje Kungi Gungiruchi Dude Pungche Mize Chumze Lang Una Malu Yanda Kingur Pe Chumden Korche Nedire So Omo Maritse Sapari Ware Argam Padien Pushbe Dube Aloki Kende Nevidi Shabda Pratisahun Soha Zahun Bama Ho Nisume Parai Kyur Larian Tuke Mamleve Setu Ringe Wan Ringe Ringa La Sopa Wangel Hanam Chendra Omo Sarvatata Gata Argam Padien Pushpe Dube Aloki Gende Nevide Shabda Pratisahun Soha Deshin Shepanam ki Dila number 1 Kurdo so Sheswata Betinagi Shikidusi Kamatone Omo Sarvatata Gata Abhishinga de Samaya Shiria Shewan Kurve Lutan Cherwa Kurve Lukan Chui Lama Chichu Tukirvale Number Nanseki Ugen Bar Kyur Omo Maritse Sapare Ware Argam Padien Pushbe Dube Aloke Gende Nevid Shabda Pratisa Soha Kange Tsensa Zinchen Trempe Kyan Chikpa Gyodan Chikpa Rabdo Kyotse Chin Chime Dechen Nyawra Tsunze Ma Chumden Vesire Chen La Cha Tse La Tun Chumden Dema Vesire Lhamu Vesire Chema Dala Gonso Som Dage dorje loma tinam la kusun tuke chen la tamche tse du so chomanden lam vesre chema dala gonso so dage loma tinam la kusun tuke chen la tamche ngodru tamche nyurtu tse du so chomanden de lam vesre chema dala gonso so Dada loma tenam la kusun tuge chin la da ngodru tamche nyurtu tse du so. Ocho sambo pa gyu trashi pa tuche tempe chinle yarngo da Pege drolora zampe ze parache pande lame shabla solwa de Omo a Guru Vajradhara Sumati Shasane Karma Uta Vardanya Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Muni Shasane Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Uta Vardanya Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Pakyuke Kudan Dagi Lo Pakyuke Sungdan Dagi Nga Pakyuke Tugdan Dagi Yin Tön yerme çıktı çingelo makyöke kudan da gelu makyöke sundan da gina makyöke tudan da geyi çıktı çingelo Om Muni Muni Maha Shakyamuni Swaha Om Muni 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 Shakyamuni Swaha Om Muni 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 Swaha Buonasera.
Good evening. Sometimes people might ask why there are so many divinities. Why are there so many different practices? We did Tara a few days ago, and now we have another one, Maritse. Why? If we were to look for an easy answer that could give us an idea, it's because we need to work on a team. What does that mean to be on a team? It means that there are different people with different characteristics, different personalities, different emphasis. So one takes care of one aspect, another takes care of another, and then maybe one is able to do what the other's able to do, but each one needs to do his part. So it's a question of emphasis and connection more than ability, capacity. It's also said that various Buddhas, actually, every every enlightened being has the same capacity. It's not that one has more qualities than the other, but according to the intention that one had at the moment of generating bodhicitta and their path, they created a kind of, just simplifying, we can say a kind of link and interdependence that brings to the fact that one can interact in a better way than the other. And when we talk about Tara, it's said that there are many, many manifestations of Tara, and we could open up many debates on this, valid debates. Are they different? Are they the same? The main questions being, are they different mind, different entities, or are they manifestations of the same? But these are aspects that go beyond our general understanding. But Maritse is often manifested as an aspect of Tara, but Tara is also the archetype of the feminine Buddha, as if all Buddhas that show a female aspect are Tara, which is different than saying that that Tara manifests as all these different Buddhas. So one thing is Sarasvati, Palden Tara herself, Maritse, Eka this one thing is saying that they are manifestations of Tara, one enlightened being that manifests in many different ways, and that is different to say instead the archetype, this archetype of the feminine Buddha, enlightened being, is called Tara. So in this sense, we see that, okay, Palden Lamo or Maritse or other forms are all, we can say they're all manifestations of this enlightened mind in a feminine aspect. But what's more important to me is that Lama Ganchen, he entrusted to some enlightened beings in many times during his life, and one of which was Maritse. Maritse was always a practice that he taught, that he practiced, that he shared, and he also relied on this enlightened being, and it has an important characteristic. So green Tara, Tara Chittamani, has the specific characteristic of action and protecting from fear related to the wind, the pure wind element. Maritse is called the goddess of light, Osel Chema in Tibetan. So Osel, light, and Chen is to have, and Ma, or her, so she who has light. So she's like the dawn, this golden light that takes away all darkness and opens up the path. It's a particular characteristics. So she's either seated on a boar or on a chariot taken by boars. And often she has also a face of a boar. The boar symbolically eats everything. It doesn't matter what it has in front of it. It eats it, and it can digest anything it eats. So eating is one thing, but digesting is another. So what happens is Maritse has this aspect that the boars that go in front of her, they eat up the obstacles, the interferences, the conflicts, and transforms them. So there's this double aspect of it eliminating hindrances and bringing light. So first, with her beautiful boars in front of her, they eat up all the interferences, and then Maritse, brings light where there's darkness, a connection, an aspect connected to the practice of Maritse, the one that Lama Ganchen transmitted. At the beginning, one of the first images is the image, is the needle and the and the string, because the idea is to bring light where there's darkness, protect where there are interferences, and one of the main interferences that can happen in our life is not using our speech correctly, saying what you shouldn't say, using violent speech, divisories. So this needle and string represents like closing one's mouth. So it's not about just not talking badly. No, I do my practice to direct myself, to have a better control over what I say, what I don't say. This is the symbolism there. So our speech is something that can bring a lot of interferences even within. When I say something, it just goes round and round. It bounces back to me, and it really takes me to think in a certain way. So one aspect of Maritse, she who brings light where there's darkness, is connected to the dangers of life in general, sicknesses or problems related to our environment. Lama Ganchen always, when we would go travel, he would always recite the mantra of Maritse while we traveled, and many stories. It's a very, very short sadhana of Maritse written by Lama Tsongkhapa talked also about these aspects. In any case, I wanted to do this empowerment today. There are different reasons, but the main one, so among the reasons, there's the reason I want to put emphasis in this aspect of ours to bring light. So we focus on bringing light and not on the darkness when we talk about our own lives, each one of us. Just looking around, I know practically all of you, and each one of you has some darkness. So someone has health problems, or even a child who has just left his body, or economic problems, or just mental loops. Everyone has his own. So often we are attached to the problem, and this practice of Maritse helps us put energy in the light and not in the darkness. So we'll do this empowerment and practice really with this intention of bringing light where there's darkness. And there's a place, and one of the places to not increase the darkness and to bring light is to not use our speech erroneously. The Rinpoche used to talk about the war of words. So often words can really hurt more than weapons. And Rinpoche used to say that just the actual wars. There's a quote, a kind of proverb. It's really this ancient Greek proverb. It said the first victim in a war is truth. And this doesn't just have to do with wars, but it has to do with interpersonal relationships or conflicts at work or wherever it is. So truth is the first, truth, the coherence is the first to suffer. So Maritse takes away that tension and brings light where there's darkness, and teaches us not to stay focused on the conflict, but to go towards the solution. Also to cut. One said and the other said. I mean, there's so much suffering. Because he said. I mean, what he spoke. He spoke badly about you. That's his problem, not my problem. It doesn't change how I am. No, he said this, so why did he do that? And then you start creating with words. Subne chiknak in Tibetan. Suk is form, and me is no, and ne is the shadows, so like the shadows that don't have form. Um, so the words can create tension where there's absolutely no need. So don't let yourself be overwhelmed by gossip. This is another aspect that's particular about Maritse. Today, I don't want to go into too many details and explanations. I took that first part to do the self generation because I had organized my day different, and it went differently. Let's say everything's fine, and so now to begin the empowerment, I repeat, this is an empowerment of a practice that Lama Ganchen practiced a lot. I've received it from him, also from Nitu Rinpoche within the Vajravali empowerments. There are many aspects of Maritse, and today we'll do the aspect of Maritse with one face and two arms, and she's in a white stupa, and she's on a chariot brought by uh, by by the boars that eat up the interferences. She, in one hand, she's in the mudra of generosity, and then the other she has in her hand. Then she has the Ashoka tree. It's a weeping willow. If anyone wants to tell Lama, weeping willow. I think it's a willow. So it's yeah. Oh no, sorry. It's a willow. Oh, it's an Ashoka tree. Ashoka, Nyangnyemeba. So the tree of non-suffering. So she has one in one hand and then generosity in the other. So we'll begin by doing the Gektor. So let's imagine that any interference that there may be, to receive this empowerment, it becomes completely eliminated.
Rangi tuke mamle vesre trebe trovo tso tamche dunge nam karachen rang omo benzama krodaranza sapari ware samaya za hon yeshe kabe meta barwe we mare debe mungan tamche se shedan shinje jikba tamche Pawo chenpo pazen taba chen lo dren simbo tanu drado wa rikpe gyabo trowo shukso tsel lo dren duwe lendo chenre na drowe tunchire chogi sheksu so omo benzama krodaranza sapari ware ehya hi pravara se karam argam pratisha yeso padma kamala yestam Omo benzama krodaranza sapari ware argam padyen pushbe dube aloke gende nevidi Shabda Pratisha Hon Soham Hon Chenye Tomba Nime Nganye Le Jikden Chebe Tsuya Mibonshim Tabla Kebe Jikche Kurtenpa Trechen Barwe Tsola Cha Tselo Yeshe Shiwe Ngangle Maye Kyang Kuye Chalo Sache Ngandabachen Sungge Ngaro Drukton Dingwe Tre Malo Wangde Dula Cha Tselo Lakpe Yeshe Reba Tunze Chim Dikpe Chunsa Dikpe Tsuncha Nazo Chananam Nyomon Dukchen Tsene Jumze Pa Drudu Gengi Gela Cha Tselo Kabe meta barwe longena pawo tanda kyanggo tsulge shup nida barwe chenge dangmi ge gekpong sekpara zela cha tselo tumche dude medara sije bar lokdong gyudru tronyere tsewa che ngambe ngaro drukton de drukta tongshin tro trokya gekso dula cha tselo hon chikpe honra ngedro chin gengna male chomze pa Ngodru tamche tsowe la gege drala cha tse la to gege drala cha tse la to omo Omo benza amrita kunrali hana hana humpe. Omo sobawa shuda sarva dharma sobawa shuda han tomba nido gyo tombe ngale omle rinpoche. Nuyan shingya chewa namgina to om wede shuwa le chungwe lhadze le drube gegi torma tanshi topa meba namgada nyambara gyuro ma hung omo ahum. Rangi tuke mamle vesre trube kandenge dorje loma dinamla Lam vesre chime jena samo chebala pardo chebe gege tsonam kukpar kyur Omo sarva bine namo sarva tata gata bayo bisho mukebye sarva te kam yugate sparana hima kankana grihanta balinta yesvoha Omo sarva bine namo sarva tata gata bayo bisho mukebye sarvate kam yugate sparana hima kankana grihantam balinta yesvoha Omo sarva bine namo sarva tata gata bayo bisho mukebye sarvate kam yugate sparana hima kankana grihanta balinta yesvoha Omo sumbani sumba hongriana paya anaya bhagava bindya rancha humpe Omo sumbani sumba hongriana paya anaya bhagava bindya rancha humpe Omo sumbani sumba hongriana paya anaya bhagava bindya rancha humpe Jena chebe sachi lane pe alhala sope gekzo kunyuen chi ngani ne dire loma jena che kinam dini shindu trowara ki kalte ngai kale dache na yeshe chingi dorje barwayi gowo tsilpa gyarni ge gyuru chi gengnam lakpara gyurwe demi sam Namo Sangye Geden Badan, Chegeden Badan, Gendun Geden Badan, Deshin Shebada, Dorjeda, Rinpochedan, Pemada Lege, Riksu Shuba, Tamjedan, Nimboda, Chagyada, Sangada. Ringa Gel Hai Kebra Tamjedan, Kebra Tuyan Jena, Kebra Tuyan, Lamu Vesre Cheme, Latsonam Geden Badan. Demba Chembe, Chingila Bala Tene Kandengelo, Tandenge, Dorjeloma Dinamla. Lamu sere che me jena sam chebala pardo chebe gege tsoka imba teda tamje chujinge torma kya chembo tsimbar gila nua ba dan tsewe sambange ba tamje ponla pemba dan shiwa janju ge simdan dembe gone rara soso ne so son she kate mi drena trovo yeshe ge dorje rabdu barwa Nam ge sekche nambra jebe demi sao Omo sumba ni sumbong griana paya anaya ho bhagava bindya ranja humpe Omo sumba ni sumbong griana paya anaya ho bhagava bindya ranja humpe Omo sumba ni sumbong griana paya anaya ho bhagava Bindyaranja hum pe om benzamrita kundalyana nom pe benzamrita kundalyana om benzamrita kundalyana om benzamrita kundali hana hum pe Avendo eliminato ogni interferenza
Having eliminated all interferences to the empowerment, imagine in the space around us, there's a protection wheel, a kind of a Vajra protection wheel that comes right from the mind of Guru Maritse. Is in the same nature of bliss and emptiness.
Om benzara kyara kyom benzara kyara kya Omo benzara kyara kya Omo benzara kyara kya
In this moment, we connect Why we're receiving this empowerment? Our main intent is to be of benefit to all beings around us, to actually be able to help this world be well. And to do this, we need to develop our own qualities. We need to develop our love, our wisdom. We ourselves need to get beyond our suffering. And the practice of Maritse is one of the tools to help us in this process and to take away that darkness and bring the light, the doubt, the darkness of arrogance, attachment, and doubt, um, and ignorance, and bringing the light of love and wisdom. This is the main reason why we're doing this, and also to protect ourselves from the various dangers along our path, but mostly to protect ourselves from our own selfishness. So, with this intention on my side, I concluded the self generation, made the frontal generation, made made the request on the behalf of disciples. We've done the Gektor and also created the Vajra, the protection barrier. You yourselves have also cleansed yourselves, done your prostrations, and now it's time for the mandala offering with the intention to receive this empowerment in the presence of Maritse. Now we offer the mandala.
Anche la pratica di Maritse
The practice of Maritse, as we explained for the practice of Tara, this practice was introduced to the disciples of Buddha Shakyamuni, and there's one sutra that shows how the Buddha Shakyamuni introduced this practice to his disciples, the mantra to his disciples, in the same way I received this practice from Lama Ganchen Rinpoche, also Nitru Rinpoche. So it's the moment to reconnect with Maritse and share this with you, introduce you to her. So those of you who have received this empowerment in the past, it's a moment to renew this relationship. And those of you who have not yet been introduced to Maritse, is the time to do so. So,
Rimane lì. Quindi ci
so we concentrate well that this place is not an ordinary place, but we're in the mandala of Maritse, a pure environment, beautiful environment, place. Your guru is in front of you, and the inseparable aspect of Maritse, with a female body, a golden body, the right hand in the mudra of supreme generosity, and with the left hand holding this Ashoka branch with a beautiful golden aura, standing. Maritse, she's dressed in white. She's of the Vairochana family. At her crown, there's Vairochana representing the root guru. And then at my left, where there's the Tanka, there's the empowerment Torma, where the frontal generation of Maritse is generated. She is in her complete form, and in the presence of Guru Buddha Maritse, together with all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the masters of the lineage, repeat after me the request for the empowerment.
Tusun Sangye Tamche Ki Ngowo Pande Lama Yi Dala Weser Chema Yi Wangur Samo Sedu Sol. O Venerabile Guru,
O Venerable Guru, you who are inseparable of the Buddhas of the three times, please concede to me the blessings and the empowerment
di Maritse Veserchema.
of Maritse Öselchema.
Tusun Sangye Tamche Ki Ngowo Pande Lama Yi Dala Veserchema Yi Wangur Samo Tsedu Sol.
To be able to receive the empowerment correctly, we need to eliminate two main interferences, selfishness and ignorance, this grasping at self as being the most important thing that existed, and also grasping at reality as if it were independent. So we're eliminating the ordinary appearance and the grasping at the ordinary appearance. So this empowerment, this practice is part of the Mahayana, the Vajrayana. So we need to generate a motivation that's not based on the I and the my, but that includes others and the common good. So we connect ourselves in this moment with this deep, deep feeling of wanting to be well, to not want to suffer, and to desire that every being be happy and be free of any form of suffering. So we allow ourselves for a moment to transcend our own selfishness, self-centeredness, and expand this feeling of love towards every being. desire deeply to reach Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. And we generate a deep feeling of this commitment of wanting to help every being and wanting to develop spiritually to help every being the best way possible. So now we take the Bodhisattva vows in the presence of Guru Buddha Maritse and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and masters of the lineage. Repeat after me the taking of the Bodhisattva vows.
Da gyaba chi, dikpa thamche, sosor sha, drowe gela, je rang, sangye chanchup, yigi sung, sangye chedang, socho la, chancho pardo, da gyaba chi, rangshin tuni, rab drubachir, chancho semni, kiepragi, chancho chogi, semni kegine, simchen tamche, dagi drundunyer, chancho chocho, yiwon chepragi, drola penchir, sangye drupara sho. Per il beneficio di
For the benefit of all beings, may I obtain Buddhahood, the state of Buddhahood.
drola penchir,
Drola
sangye drupara sho. Drola penchir, sangye drupara sho. Con l'intento
with the intent to reach Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings, we receive this empowerment of Maritse to eliminate that second interference, the grasping at intrinsic existence, the so-called ordinary appearance, the grasping at this ordinary appearance. From the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse, lights emanate, blue, dark blue, with Amrita Kundali that goes to each one of you, taking away any kind of interference that there might be. We mostly mean our ignorance and our grasping at intrinsic existence, this mind that for so long that for so long has made reality just arise as if it existed independently. So these light rays, these dark blue light rays, the emanation of the divinity Amrita Kundali, they rip out that state of grasping at inherent existence, and that creates a kind of void, and we receive that everything that exists doesn't exist as being solid and independent, but actually is interdependent. Now we're not able to see this world as being inherently the void, but in this void where this inherent existence lacks, and from that void, then we are going to appear as Maritse. So we follow now, as I explained to you.
Omo benza amrita kundrali hana hana humpe. Omo benza amrita kundrali hana hana humpe. Omo sobawa shuddha sarva dharma sobawa shuddho ha. Loma na mimik para tongpa nyitu kyo. dalla sfera della vacuità,
from this sphere of emptiness, this infinite luminous void, the universe reappears, and you also reappear. You find yourself in the appearance of Maritse with a golden body, with the right hand in the mudra of supreme generosity and the left in protection, holding the branch of this Ashoka tree. You arise in an instant, you arise in an instant as a golden light with the sound of Mam. From Mam, a light ray emanates to all the Buddhas in all the directions, making offerings, go also to the sentient beings, bringing them to a state of peace. These light rays absorb back into you, and then in an instant you arise in the complete aspect of Maritse. Each one of you has a young female body, a golden in color, one face, two arms. You're standing dressed in white. Your right hand is in the mudra of supreme generosity. The left is in the mudra of the three jewels, holding a branch of the tree called Ashoka tree. You have a beautiful aura around you, various colors, mostly golden in color. You're inside an enormous white stupa on top of a chariot that is being led by 7 boars that bring the chariot, eating up interferences as they come across them. At your crown there's a white Om, at your throat is a red Ah, and at your heart is a blue Mam, and within the home is a golden gold. Inside the home is a golden Mam.
Rinpoche, Trinshi Yanshika Chewe, Pangrim Trushi, Gushida Gushi Ba, Titendo, Pumden, Titendo Chetengi, Pumba Karbo, Yanshin Gyachewe, Godan Cheba, Titendo Duk Rinpochuk, Titendo Chargeta, Titendo Charge, Todan Cheba, Nyavra Zebra Chebe, Pumbe Nangdu. Pema dawe tento brum karpo le chungwe chumdende namna karpo shije chanyi ge chanchu ge chuge chage zeba Rinpoche ge nazo ge gemba tar le toyo da meyo che shab dorche ki trungi shupa tiye tu kara pema dandawe kingur ge tento rangi semni rangi se te loma te kira namge sem mamye serdo chen tele weser chu tenye che tsurdu yonsu gyubale Pagdungi Trampe Sirki Shingde Tendo Pemadanda Vedenla Rangi Chumdende Tini Kenye Chumdende Vesre Chen Kudo Sertsu Me Donje Shije Chanigi Ye Chojin Da Yun Yange Me Be Shin Tukara Zimba Shabye Chungse Kumshin Yun Kyambe Rinpoche Gen Zogi Genche Tarakarbo Toyoda Meyoche Teye Kiranamge Chivar Omkabo Jimbar Amabo Tukara Hongombo Tuga Tokara Hongompo Tukara Hongompo. Dal mio cuore.
From my heart and from the heart of the frontal generation of Maritse, golden light rays go to all the Buddhas of the 3 times, especially to Buddha Maritse and the lineage masters, asking for their blessings. An emanation of each one comes in the aspect of Maritse, comes to you and absorbs into you like a great rain of a great wisdom rain, inseparable from the aspect of Maritse. They become inseparable from all the wisdom beings. So the commitment being becomes inseparable from the wisdom beings.
Gyawa senche tamche chen rante loma kera namla sipsi timbe chinge la bara kyura za hum bam ho 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 za hum bam yeshe pa tamse pa da ni so me para kyura.
Repeat after me the request to receive the empowerment of the body of Guru Buddha Maritse.
Sangye kungi kuyi ngom chumde vesre chemayi kuyi jena tsedu sol kuyi jena tsedu sol kuyi jena tsedu sol. Dal cuore di Guru Buddha,
from the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse and from the frontal generation, light rays emanate that go to all the Buddhas of the 10 directions, especially to Guru Buddha Maritse herself, asking for the blessings of the body that are brought and given to each one of you. An emanation of each Buddha in the aspect of Maritse, some big as mountains, some as small as atoms, come here and absorb into each one of you.
Malusem chen kungi gongyurchi Dude pungche mize chomanze la Ngona malu yanda kengyurpe Chomden korche nedir sheksu so ehehe Vajrasa maya za 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 hong vama ho Om Maritse Mama Soha Kaya Abhisheka Om Maritse Mam Soha Kaya Abhisheka Om Maritse Mam Soha Kaya Abhisheka Om Maritse Mama Kaya Abhisheka Om Maritse Mam Soha 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 Kaya Abhisheka Om.
Your body becomes inseparable from the body of Guru Buddha Maritse, purifying all negativities of your body and revitalizing all your qualities and the energy of your 3 bodies, your gross, subtle, and very subtle body. So repeat after me the request for the speech blessing.
Sangye kungi sungi ngom Chumde vesre chemayi Sungi jena tsedu sol Sungi jena tsedu sol Sungi jena tsedu sol.
From the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse and the frontal generation, light rays emanate that go into the 10 directions, going to all the masters of the lineage, and also to Buddha Maritse, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, lineage masters, asking for their speech blessing in the form of red lights and nectars, and in particular in the form of the mantra, in the various syllables of the mantra, Om Maritse Mam Soha. These various lights and nectars come back and absorb into your throat chakra, eliminating all the negativities of your speech and all of your negative karma that was generated with the negative actions of speech, lies, all the imprints of such negative negative speech, like lies and divisive speech, and the energies, all the qualities of your speech are revitalized, purified, and revitalized.
Lama Maritse dan dungege Maritse nige tukane wesre tro chuchu gyawa tamchege tugyuku tenamge sungge dötse sungge sungge chenla tamche vedan dötse marpo dan om Maritse mamso ngage nambra chenrang Roma loma namge keran trimbra timpe nga tamchege diktre jam o nga tamchege diktre jam ngage chila tamche kiranamge ngala jupar kyo Om Maritse mama swaha waka abhisheka Om Maritse mamso Maritse mamso waka abhisheka Om 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 Maritse mama soha waka abhisheka Al cuore di Guru Buddha
At the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse, there is there's a sun disk on which there is a golden mam, around which the mantra Om Maritse Mam Soha is displayed. At your heart, there's a sun disk with the syllable mam. From my heart, an emanation of the mantra garland comes from my central channel, goes out of my mouth, enters into your mouth, absorbs into your central channel, and it positions itself around the mam, around your heart. The second repetition, this mantra garland comes out of my mouth, enters into yours, and absorbs into your mantra garland. It becomes stable. With the third recitation, the mantra garland emanates and then becomes inseparable with yours. The mantra becomes inseparable from the mantra and the speech of Maritse. Repeat after me.
Om Maritse mam swaha Om Maritse mam swaha Om Maritse mam swaha Tayata Om Patagramasi Paraquamasi Udayamasi Niramasi Arkamasi Markamasi Uramamasi Panamasi Gulamamasi Chiwaramasi Mahachiwaramasi Antardam Namasi Swaha Om Patagramasi Paraquamasi Utayamasi, Niramasi, Arkamasi, Markamasi, Uramamasi, Banamasi, Kulamamasi, Chiwaramasi, Mahachiwaramasi, Antardam, Namasi Swaha, Tayata, Om Patagramasi, Parakwamasi, Utayamasi, Niramasi, Arkamasi, Markamasi, Uparamasi, Panamasi, Gulamamasi, Chiwaramasi, Mahachiwaramasi, Antardam, Namasi Swaha, Tayata, Om Batali, Bhatali, Parali, Parahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra, Bendra, Bendra Mukam, Jambaya, Stambaya, Mohaya, Soha, Om Maritse Soha, Om Barali, Bhatali, Pattali, Barahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra Bendra, Soha, Namoratna Trayaya, Tayata, Om Alo Tolo, Kolo, Satsalo, Samba Murtati, Rakya Rakya, Mam, Dagdan Simchin, Tamchela, Sewadang, Jikpadang, Ne Tamche, Le Sungshik, Soha. Tayata, Om Batali, Batali, Barali, Barahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra Bendra, Bendra Mukam, Jambaya, Stambaya, Mohaya Soha, Om Maritse Soha, Om Barali, Batali, Patali, Parahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra Bendra Soha, Namoratna Trayaya, Tayata, Om Alo, Talo, Kolo, Satsalo, Samba Murdati, Rakya Rakya, Mam, Dada Simchen Tamche, La Tsewadang, Jikpadang, Ne Tamche, Le Sungshik, Soha, Tayata, Om Batali, Patali, Barali, Parahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra Bendra, Bendra Mukam, Jambaya, Stambaya, Mohaya Soha, Om Maritse Soha, Om Barali, Batali, Battali, Marahamuki, Sarva Dushtanam, Pradushtanam, Chakyuramakam, Bendra Bendra, Swaha, Namoratna Trayaya, Tayata, Om Alo, Om Alo, Talo, Kalo, Satsalo, Sangmurdati, Rakya Rakya, Mam, Dada Simchen Tamchela, Tsewadang, Jikbadang, Netamche, Le Sungshik, Swaha.
The mantra from the heart is light rays emanate from the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse. And they come to your heart, to your mantra, and they become inseparable and stable.
Om Maritse Mam So 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 Maritse Om Maritse Mama Soha Chumden Dila Salagi Dila Nyawara Tsedu So Chumden Dila Salagi Dila Nyawara Tsedu So Chumden Dila Salagi Dila Nyawara Tsedu So Songge Chenlab Tamche Ngala Nubadan Denchi Chinge La Parai Kyo Chumden dagi son lagi dala govra tsedo so chumden dila son lagi dila nyevra tsedo so.
Repeat after me the request for the blessing of the mind of Guru Buddha Maritse.
Sangye kunge tuge ngom chumde vesre chemayi tuge jena tsedo sol Tuge jena tsedo sol Tuge jena tsedo sol Dal cuore
From the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse and from the heart of the frontal generation, blue light rays, nectar emanate to all the Buddhas in the 10 directions, especially to Maritse, asking for the blessings of the mind. They come back from in the form of light rays and nectar, blue in color, inseparable from the syllable mam, come like a rain towards you and absorb into your heart, purifying completely all negativities of the mind, in particular with a light that enters and eliminates completely all forms of darkness. There's not even space for just a corner of darkness. The light rays come in and eliminate completely one's own ignorance and selfishness, arrogance, and every other form of negativity of the mind, and all the negative karmic forces that have been generated in the past. They're completely pacified.
Randa dunge ge lamore lamo veserche me tugane veseret Gyawa seche tamche ge tugyuk tenage o tenamge tuge chin lav tamche vedan duce ngombo dan sabyo mami ge nambra chen rang loma kera namge tukara tira namga ningara timshi o simge simge o yigi gone dikbadan triba tamche chanshi da o tuge chin lav tamche range yila shupar kyur omo maritse mama soha o maritse mam so maritse mam so o maritse mam so 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 maritse o maritse mam soha chitta abhisheka o maritse mam so chitta abhisheka o maritse mam so Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka. Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka, Om Maritse Mumswa Chitta Abhisheka.
The light rays emanate from the heart of Guru Buddha Maritse and from the frontal generation, going to all the Buddhas of the 10 directions, asking them for their blessings of body, speech, and mind, quality, and action. These light rays and nectars, white, red, and blue, yellow, and green in color, absorb simultaneously in your respective chakras, purifying every negativities of body, speech, and mind, quality, and action, and transforming completely your 5 chakras, purifying every negativity and revitalizing every quality.
Loma range tukarada dungege so dungege tukarage sabun mamile vesretro gyawasje tamchege tukara po denamge kusonto yuntentle tamchege jinla tamche chu Chenra loma kera namge nengala timshi nengage dibada triba tamche chanshida O tedan tege yunden tamche peshinge lunga yisum yunden trilege chinlav tamche loma kera namla jukpara kyur Om Maritse mama soha kul abhisheka Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse kul abhisheka Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse Om Maritse kul abhisheka 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 Om Maritse Mamsoha Kul Abhisheka. Benge tuge sabenge veserge dunge hanama chen. Dalla generazione frontale
From the frontal generation of Maritse, an emanation comes to each one of you, to your crown. Imagine that from this frontal generation of Maritse, an emanation that comes and comes to the top of your head, standing as small as a thumb, and at the crown of your head, your fontanella opens up, and at the top of the fontanella, there's Maritse.
Namo Jitsun Tsawadan Gyubara Chebe Panden Lama Namge Kaden Badan Sangege Kaden Badan Chöge Kaden Badan Genduge Kaden Badan Yidal Hatson Namge Kaden Badan Kebra Tuyan Lama rik che me, jitsuma rik che me, chumdende ma rik che me, tumdende ma vesir che me, lazo namge kadem bada. Te a kadem bada, tembe chinge la bala tene, loma ti nam la chinge la para kyur chi. Tadani do chinge la para kyur chi, dosa denyu do chinge la para kyur chi. Nyurwa nyurtu chinge labra kyur chi loma teram namge soso ge lunga yesum chinge labra kyur chi semshi war gyur chi lu ala naza neme dembra gyur chi semshi war gyur chi loma teram namge soso ge simchu sudruwa chelam tudruwa lamla parchi mi yomwar chinge lab tu so per il potere
by the power of the truth and all the masters of the lineage, the power, the truth of all the Buddhas and the Dharma, the power of the very of truth of this of Sangha, and the power of truth of Maritse and her mandala and her protection, and for the power of truth of all the Buddhas. O Guru Maritse, bless these Vajra disciples in this moment. Bless them quickly, so that every darkness can be eliminated, so that the darkness of the self-centeredness and ignorance and fear and any fear of fear can be totally eliminated, so that the body is healthy and the mind is clear. Please, O Guru Buddha Maritse, bless these Vajra disciples now.
Mama so maritse mam 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 so maritse mama so konza
With Tsa, Guru Maritse comes to your crown, with whom she enters through your crown. With Bam, she becomes inseparable with you, and with Ho, she becomes of the same nature. You become the same nature as Buddha Maritse. So Za, she comes towards your crown, that from the frontal generation to your crown, whom she enters. Bam, she stabilizes at your heart. Ho becomes inseparable.
Maritse mama soha za hong bama loma namda niso me par kyu. Yeshe pa rang rang so so ge ne so son tamse pa torme nam par kyur tamse pa rang la timpe chinge la par kyur torma yang dutse tamse chimi dutse ge se tu kyu. Per mantenere,
to maintain contact with Maritse, to keep this relationship, everyone should generate the commitment to recite the mantra Om Maritse Mam Soa for a certain amount of time and a certain number of times. The quantity should be you shouldn't you take the commitment. It does for specific amount of time. It can be for a week or six weeks. It's better to have to take a commitment for a short amount of time that you renew, and at the minimum would be 1 day of mantra, and also the number should be small. So repeat after me.
O Guru Buddha Maritse,
O Guru Buddha Maritse, listen to me closely. I, whose name is,
per il beneficio di ogni essere,
for the benefit of every being,
per raggiungere lo
to
stato di
reach the state of Maritse, Buddhahood, to cultivate this connection with Buddha Maritse.
reciterò il mantra
I will recite the mantra Om Maritse Mam Soha
ogni giorno
every day
per un periodo di
for a period of
per
4,
numero di volte
and the number of mantras every day.
O Guru Buddha
O Guru Buddha Maritse,
ascoltami con
listen to me closely
per il beneficio di ogni
for the
essere,
benefit of all beings,
per raggiungere lo
to
stato di
reach
Buddha per il beneficio di tutti gli esseri,
Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings,
per coltivare
to cultivate this connection with Buddha Maritse.
io che mi chiamo
I, whose name is,
da oggi
from today,
per un periodo di
for a period of,
reciterò
I will recite
numero di volte
the number of times
ogni giorno
every day
il mantra di Maritse.
this mantra of Maritse.
O Guru Buddha Maritse,
O Guru Buddha Maritse, listen to me closely
per il beneficio
for
di
the
tutti gli esseri,
benefit of all beings,
affinché io possa
so that I can become a Buddha,
per mantenere la
to
connessione
keep this
tra
connection,
Buddha Maritse,
this relationship with Buddha Maritse.
io che mi chiamo
I, whose name is,
mi impegno
I take the commitment
a recitare
to
ogni
recite every day
per un periodo di
for a period of
il mantra di Maritse,
the mantra of Maritse,
Om Maritse Mam
Om
Soha,
Maritse Mam Soha,
per
for
numero di volte
the number of times
al giorno.
every day.
Ripetete dopo di me. Tsov
Repeat after me.
Sepa. Teda tamche dagi gi. Tsov chidra katse pa. Teda tamche dagi gi. Tsov chidra katse pa. Teda tamche dagi ki. In questo modo
In this way, we conclude this empowerment of Maritse. To conclude, we make the mandala offering to thank
Sashipeki Choshimeto Tamare Ravlinga Shing Nide Gyampadi Sangye Shinto Mikte Ulwargi Drokunam Dashingla Chopar Shojetulame Kotserapte Chinamkar Tingle Chochur Gepa drön me sa sum ki drowe amun se la taktu ne gyur chi yidam guru ratna mindral kam niryata yami. Una volta
Once
eravamo con Lama Rinpoche in Nepal.
we were with Lama Rinpoche in Nepal, and he had transmitted a certain mantra, and a few people went to mantra and said, what's the meaning? What is it? What is it? And he gave an answer that I really liked. When you take a pill, do you ever ask what's inside? You take it, you try it. If it works, you take it again. And you can then, maybe you can even understand what's there. But the mantra is the same thing. You need to try it. You need to experience it. Now, you do your 100,000 mantras. Does it work? Does it not work? What kind of benefits does it have? We can start having some experience on it. It doesn't mean to say not that fewer than 100,000 wouldn't be beneficial, but you need to create familiarity. So this mantra, Om Maritse Mam Soha, Lama Gangchen really really cared a lot about this practice, and he transmitted it to us in many different moments. And I think it's important also because we live in a time that where we see so many problems, and unfortunately we spend a lot more time pointing the finger towards the darkness and complaining about the darkness instead of bringing the light. So the intention of this practice is to bring light where we need, towards ourselves and towards the rest of the world. So I invite you to do the mantra with this intention. And then there's also the aspects of protection, protection against the interferences and dangers. Let's remember the best protection against dangers is the elimination of fear itself. Now it's time for our final dedication. Also, dedications for the mother of Carmen Yodice, who's not very well, and obviously everyone else. So I invite you to recite the mantra of Maritse while I do the conclusion.
Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Sabariware Arga.
Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Om Maritse Mam Soha. Maritse Mamso. Om 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 Maritse
Mamso. Ni modele tsendele. Ni me kuyandele kshin. Ni sentakto delekpe. Concho sum ki chingilo. Concho sum ki ngo drubutsol. Concho sum ki trashishon. Al-alba.
at dawn or at dusk, at night or midday. May the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to obtain all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness.
Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Om Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Mama Swaha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Oha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha. Mam Swaha. Om Maritse Mam Swaha.
I'm going to the funeral. Okay. And today I met with this lady, the one whose son killed himself. She came today and we talked. And I told her about this. We had this room. So I tried to put in connection with her. You go there, bring your love. It's okay.
It doesn't matter the form. This doesn't change anything truly. Doesn't change anything. The important thing is that that cycle is finished. Now he's in another process, and we take care of him now. That's the main thing.
Mercoledì il funerale il giorno.